Hello, Hogziller here again. In today's video, I will cover the topic I have seen many people searching for on the internet: how to not go bankrupt in Tropico 6. If you like these kind of videos, press that like button. If you have a question, leave a comment below so I can reply, and please subscribe to my channel. The first tip I can provide to avoid bankruptcy in Tropico 6 is to ensure that you are exporting more items than you are importing. Importing naturally will generally cost more than just producing the item yourself, but importing might not be completely unavoidable. So just ensure that you are exporting more than you are importing, especially if the import is not a raw material item like corn, coal, or cotton, to name a few items. Focus on high price export items to offset any cost of important items like rum, weapons, and cars, to name a few, but a complete list can be found on the trade screen. The second tip to avoid bankruptcy is decreasing the budget on some buildings. There is always a trade-off when lowering the budget on any building, with citizens either not enjoying that building as much or less likely to want to seek employment there, along with a general lower efficiency of said building, plus the output of the building will be lower. Keep in mind, lowering the budget from a level 4 or 5 down to a level 3 might be acceptable and work for your island. I am more concerned about lowering your budget from a level 3 to, let's say, a level 1 or 2. So always consider the ramifications of lowering your budget. The third tip is to avoid high expense buildings like the military buildings if you don't have to. Try and make peace whenever possible. Try to keep your citizens happy and select a pacifist state in your constitution if at all possible. Granted, in some missions, this is not always possible, and you should try to minimize the number of military units, including barracks, forts, military bases, guard towers, and watchtowers, as these have high upkeep and high expenses in the form of wages. If you build too many of these buildings and you're not always using them, then it is just a drain on your bank balance and could cause you to go into debt. The fourth tip to avoiding bankruptcy is reviewing the expenses on the economy screen of the almanac to try and reduce or cut out any expenses that might be eating into your bank balance or causing you to operate at a loss. Consider pausing buildings that are causing unneeded expenses, like having too many Teamsters activated, or having houses that are activated that are not fully occupied, or industrial buildings that are without a needed raw resource and will be for some time without that raw resource. The fifth and final tip to avoid bankruptcy is reviewing any expensive edicts that could be costing you money month over month, which can add up over time if it is not reviewed every so often. Some examples of edicts that can cost you money is Social Security, free wheels, child allowance, building permit, speedway, and free housing. Especially with free housing, since that edict will make all the houses rent-free, so no rent is collected, causing a loss of income, plus the housing itself, you still have to pay for the upkeep. So you're really getting a double hit to your account if you have this edict enacted and you really don't need it to keep the citizens happy. That is all for this video. If you like these kind of videos, press that like button. If you have a question, leave a comment below so I can reply, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.